Just keep swimming. Somehow those 3 words 20 years later are still relevant to my life. In this scene of Finding Nemo, Dory tells Nemo's dad, "When life gets you down, you know what you gotta do? Just keep swimming, 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 and swimming." I'd like to tell you a little bit about my journey here at Reedley College. I'm a daughter to immigrant parents from Mexico. Growing up, I always heard the words "échale ganas" and "ponte las pilas." You see, my parents weren't able to have an education like mine. My dad only finished elementary and my mom only did high school. So I was always taught the value of an education and a career. My parents would witness how late I would stay up studying for a chemistry test. They saw me fail my exams, but they would also praise me when I would come home with good grades. Every time I felt like I would fail and like I felt like I wasn't good enough, my parents reminded me to keep on swimming by saying, "Odaliz, tú puedes." As a little girl, I always imagined myself as a nurse. Little did I know that that journey would come with sleepless nights, lots of coffee, and a pandemic. My first year at Reedley, it was the prime era of COVID, so I had no idea what the next year would look like. I remember after a couple months of Zoom, I was tired of class discussions and having to do my core classes and my labs online. I felt unmotivated and burnt out. After a few months, campus reopens and classes slowly start to feel like normal. Despite the big laboratory tents coming into campus, the face masks, and the social distancing. I was still feeling burnt out, but I had hope that I would slowly gain my motivation and finish off strong. My goal was to finish my prereqs in under 2 years. However, that came with some setbacks. I was taking chemistry online and I had my lab in person. Mind you, I had never taken chemistry before. So having my instructor not in front of me made it difficult. I ended up dropping the class, which then led me to getting pushed back a semester, which made me think that I would end up not becoming who I wanted to be. It made me think that I wasn't smart and that I wasn't meant for my career. I remember setting up a meeting with my STEM counselor, Pedro Herrera, crying in his office, rethinking my whole life and career. I did not want to keep on going. I was constantly wanting to take the easy route, but he reminded me that I wasn't the first or last student to drop a class. He also reminded me that I was rushing my education. I needed to slow down. So I took his advice, I retook the course the following semester and passed. Not only did I pass, but I also met long-lasting friendships and people who will always stay in my heart. It was hard to swim in a current when you feel like it's going against you. My time at Reedley has brought some of the most memorable moments of my life, like retaking chemistry and always getting lost when I had to find a new classroom, or like when it was raining and they closed the road and I didn't know how else to get to campus. We live in a world where we constantly are swimming with bigger fish, scary fish, sharks, octopus, but we will have to keep on swimming. We will swim in surface currents, heavy currents, and maybe sometimes we will just want to float. But what I'm saying to you graduates is whether you're transferring to another school, starting a new career, or wherever your journey takes you, never ease into comfort, because that is the biggest threat to progress. It is easy for us to get into our heads and we start to feel like the possible is impossible. If I can leave you with just a few words, remember to be proud, be ambitious, and be brave. Allow yourself to go into deep waters. Find your dory or be your own dory, but just keep on swimming. Thank you and good luck from your fellow graduate, Odaliz Lopez.